Good morning, YouTube. How you guys doing? Jake Naturally here, bringing you an H1Z1 Z2 gameplay. Now, I'm not really going to talk much about the gameplay itself, but let's go ahead and get this out the way first. Happy Thanksgiving, folks. Today is Thanksgiving in the United States, so everywhere in the U.S., what we're doing right now is we're just basically saying what we're thankful for, and just try to look back on some of them things that you need to be thankful for, like your friends, your family. You may not be in the best point in your life right now, but still be thankful that you're alive and breathing. You may not have the most friends out there, but as long as you have one or two solid friends that'll be there for you, I mean, just be thankful for them, man. But anyway, let's get back to the H1Z1. This gameplay was recorded about a game or two after I got that victory on. I posted a video. It was like epic, funny reaction or whatever it is. It was just really funny on my part because it was just me and my friend. I wasn't expecting to be recording, so a lot of the commentary isn't what I would normally say in a commentary. So uh, yeah, I really enjoyed that moment. So I can say I'm thankful for it. But yeah, here we are about a game or two later, and I wasn't expecting to do anything with this gameplay. As you can tell, I have 100 toxicity level, so I was honestly expecting to die really soon, either run up out of the gas and get shot, or actually die in the gas. But luckily, I had a ton of med kits, so I just kept popping them things over and over again. Every chance that I got, I was constantly popping them, and that's what saved my life, and that's why I'm able to get this gameplay for you here today. But there's a few interesting moments that this game itself, as well as that victory, I was surprised, man. Like it taught me a lot, and you'll see some things that I've never tried before in this game. Like at one point, or several points during the gameplay, you'll see me using a grenade. And I mean, I've always been a big fan of the grenade, but the one thing I always complained about was like, man, it takes so long to throw a grenade. But it was just how dumb of me how I was doing it. It was really stupid. I would be charging people with a grenade, and as I'm charging, I'm pulling the pin, I'm pulling my arm back, then I'm throwing it. It takes a long time to do that mechanic, and I don't know what made me think of doing it the way that I did in this gameplay, but you'll see it coming up soon. But I do a different approach, which I'm really surprised that uh, I did, I guess. I guess it's just me learning from H1Z1 and just learning more about the game and just getting more comfortable with the game and working with what I have. So I'm gonna let the gameplay play in the background. What I wanted to talk about more than anything was there was a big update yesterday, and when I got on to upload, take some screenshots from my I want to take some screenshots from the main menu, but I couldn't because they said the servers are down. Normally, whenever the servers are down, there's going to be an update, and so sure enough, there was. And let's go ahead and talk about some of those the patch update that went ahead and went through. Um, Remember, this is the same patch update that we were told would be the start of, like, let's say the new season. That's what I was trying to say. The new season. And so right now we're in the preseason. So with the new update, we were told that this is going to be the start of a fresh new season. But it looks like it's not going to be such. But let me go ahead and go into the patch updates and go ahead and give you some key points here and there. And I'll leave the full complete patch updates down there at the bottom of the screen. Just click uh, the description down below, and you can look at it for yourself. But the main point so far is hit registration was greatly improved, and a lot of people were complaining that, like, I watch people on YouTube and they'll say, "Man, I swear these shots should be hitting. I don't understand how these shots aren't hitting." And I mean, I have those moments at the same time where I'm like, "Man, I feel like I'm leading my shot enough. I'm shooting above them enough." But my main point was always the shotgun. The shotgun should be really simple to use. It should be the thing that everybody complains about. But the issue is, I mean, nobody complains about it because the hit registration was so bad on it. But luckily, the developers took note of this, and the shotgun has been updated, and it's been improved greatly. Like no improvement to the damage or no improvement to the range, just basically hit registration. There's times where you can be in the same situation, same distance, uh, and you'll get different results, and that's never how a game should play. If you're standing at a certain distance away from somebody, the result when you pull that trigger should be the exact same. Either you kill them or you don't. It should never be a kill one time and be a hit marker the next. And so, luckily, they improved that on the shotgun. There was a glitch where your gun was like you pull the trigger and your gun wouldn't fire, and they improved upon that. All they're basically asking is if you have that glitch happen again, just go ahead and leave a comment at the H1Z1 forums and just let them know because they believe they've done fixed it, but there could be moments here and there where it just pops up. So if you do see that glitch happening again, just make sure you comment down in the H1Z1 forums or the Daybreak forums and just let them know. Uh, there was a update to the servers, so the servers should be running a little bit more smoothly. Uh, they've really been trying to improve the servers in other countries. I think I remember seeing it in South America and Asia. But they're trying to improve the servers and trying to get them more stable and running more smoothly. All right, the big news that I was hinting at to begin with is that, like I said, the Thanksgiving update should have the new season of H1Z1, but they decided to change it up a bit. All right, they're going to be starting a new preseason, so this is going to be preseason 2 coming up. The decision was made upon the scoring system because the scoring system, in their opinion, was kind of flawed. And so they wanted kills to reflect more onto your score in the long run, like once you finish the game. And so they're revamping the scoring system in regards to kills and how they improve upon your score. But don't get too upset that the new season hasn't started because I mean they're aware that some people will be a little butt hurt and say that well you promised this, you promised that, and they understand that. So what they're going to do is as long as you participated in preseason 1, they're going to give you guys a free backpack skin. It's going to be something called a tribute gold star backpack. It's pretty cool looking. It's like black and gold. I think it looks pretty neat. And then whenever you participate in preseason 2, and you in both seasons you have to at least get on the leaderboard. I mean that's just 10 games. You'll get placed on some leaderboard. As long as you get placed on some leaderboard, you're entitled to these rewards. But if you participate in season 2, which is coming up soon, you'll also receive a tribute gold star camo for your shotgun. And they're just basically a matching set. They look pretty cool, like I said. I'm looking forward to getting them because I'm all about them skins. But the Tribute Gold Star backpack, the one that you get for participating in Season 1, that'll automatically be added to your account soon. So just take note of that. They didn't say when, but they just said soon. So I'm sure there'll be like a little indicator that lets you know that it's been added. So, but like I said, to get those rewards, you just need to place into the leaderboards, which is just finish 10 games. And then once you finish those 10 games, you'll get placed, whether it's gold, silver, or whatever it is, you'll get placed. So don't stress it too much. It's a pretty simple task. So just play those 10 games, you'll get placed, you'll get free skins. Simple as that. Let's see what the next things is. Okay, doubles and fives were greatly being looked at to improve upon. One of the big things for me about doubles, which sucks, but I mean at the same time it's easy for me and my roommate whenever we play doubles, is there was no spectate mode. So let's say you get in there in doubles, you run up in there and you die. Well, your teammate's still alive. So how do I keep note of him? I mean, most you can go off of at this current moment was like audio. So let's say you're in the same Discord call or whatever kind of conversation. Like that's the most you give me verbal updates, like an old radio talk show. But that was it. And now they're trying to add a camera, free following camera. So basically, whenever you die, you can just spectate your teammate and watch him run around, or him or her run around the game and possibly win the game at the end. Who knows? But that was one of the big things they're trying to add on. The same thing with fives. My understanding of the camera when it goes into fives is let's say you die and you have 4 other teammates that are still alive, those 4 other teammates are now going to be like, let's say you can switch in between. So let's say you got Jack, John, and Jill. You get tired of spectating Jack, you can switch it over and spectate John, and then you get bored of John because he's camping in the corner. You switch to Jill, who's running around. And so, I mean, it just adds a little bit more, which this game really needed a spectate mode. So we did need that because, I mean, it gets boring. These games are pretty long, and if you're in doubles or if you're in fives, either uh, you do what I did, which with my roommate, which as soon as I died, I closed my game and I ran to his room and watched him play, which most of the time you can't do. Or you did what most people did was you once you died, you just pretty much left, and your teammate would join you thereafter. He'd back out too. But a lot of people don't want to do that, so I'm glad they added this camera to follow y'all around. That way, it makes spectating a little bit more easier. The next thing about fives and doubles, which, like I said, they're trying to keep working on fives and doubles and make them into a more successful thing. Because I mean, right now a lot of people play fives and doubles. I've added a lot of people on Reddit that strictly play doubles. I was surprised by that myself, but they added it. So right now they're actually looking to add seasons and scoreboards to doubles, which is one thing that I've been wanting because I mean it makes you want to play doubles more. How they go about doing that, that's on them. I really don't know how, but I'm pretty pumped to see the direction this is going because I mean the scoring system you can be ranked royalty in doubles, maybe royalty in fives. That'd be pretty sweet. I mean you'll just have to use the same five over and over, but I think that's a pretty cool addition. There was quite a few updates to the arena itself. A lot of bug fixing and polishing to the environment. The developer said there was going to be a little bit less floating objects, so we have that to look forward to. Just polish up a few more areas here and there. Um, One of the few things to take note of is there are easier items to pick up. So I'm thinking this is like in certain situations when you'll run into a building, you see like a one of the main things for me was med kits. Med kits would be sitting right there, but for some reason you can't pick them up. You can't pick them up by either trying to pick them up the normal way or picking them up through the proximity. That's one of those things that they're looking to improve upon, so it's a little bit easier to pick up items. So we do have that to look forward to. More openings in long fenced-in areas, so that way you can traverse the land a little bit easier. That's something to look forward to. A big thing for a lot of players, which in my opinion is a great addition. I mean, the most you're going to deal with is more gas along the areas, or gasoline. Let me specify that since I'm in the gas now. Um, there's going to be more ATVs added to the outskirts of the map, which is just going to help more than anything. When you spawn so far out of the safe zone, man, it sucks. You don't have any time to loot. So this will give you a little bit more time to loot, and you don't have to worry about getting stuck in the gas as often because that's a real buzzkill in my opinion. Uh, Take note of your surroundings, mainly what's hanging on the walls. Fire extinguishers have been added, so like they'll be in like let's say maybe big like 4-story buildings or mainly fire departments probably. But they've added those into the game, and this is a pretty cool addition because once you shoot them, they explode, and not only do they explode, they release like a smoke screen, so you can use that to your advantage. You can just destroy one of those on the wall, hide from some enemies for a second, heal up, and then just take off. As long as that smoke screen's up. And from what I've seen, smoke screens normally linger a lot longer than, like, let's say if this was Call of Duty. Call of Duty smoke screens were terrible. From what I've seen, smoke screens in this game really do work, and they really do provide a lot of cover. Um, they've actually added a new area to the map. It's going to be north of Ruby Lake. The developers were talking about how they didn't like that some of the areas wasn't as I guess filled up, and I mean I don't know how to describe it, but they wanted to add it because they felt it was just empty out there. They didn't want to see much. like you see in the gameplay right here. You have a bunch of little hills, grass, trees. They want to see more neighborhoods, more populated areas where you could possibly see more people instead of just woodlands. So they added this area north of Ruby Lake, and it's going to be called Scott's Airport, I believe it's called. No, it's Scott's Airfield. My apologies. Uh, and so I'm guessing it's going to be some sort of airports, maybe some small little, like you said, airfield where a bunch of civilians uh, park their privately owned planes or jets or whatever it is. They can park those there. That might add a pretty cool addition to the game that way, because you really do get submerged into the environment here. So it might add a little bit more to the game, and I'm really excited to see what it looks like at least. Another thing that they updated was crafting. They really wanted to make crafting a lot easier, and I mean, I kind of think it was kind of easier already, but they updated crafting, and they said that after watching so many YouTubers and streams, that was one of the things they wanted to improve upon was the crafting system. So here they are. They improved it and made it easier to use. I think they said the items are going to be vertically placed. So they're hoping that'll be easier. I think they did some testings on the test server, so it should be easier in the long run. All right. One of the things that I am very, very, very glad that they're taking note of is something that I've run into a lot recently, which I didn't run into when I was starting off, or maybe I just didn't notice it as much. But one of the things that they're really cracking down on right now is teaming and solo. This is one of the biggest, like, oh man, I hate when people team in solos because I mean it just defeats the whole purpose of the game. I really don't know what the outcome of the game is. It's basically one person's going to hold your hand through the entire game, and then at the end they kill themselves or you kill them. I mean I don't understand the purpose of that because I mean it's really almost like it's not really a true victory at the end because you had somebody hold your hand and guide you through the whole game, watching your back. I mean I don't know if I would be a uh, I never mind. I just don't like teaming whatsoever. It's just a it's probably bound to happen, but luckily the developers, like I said, have been aware of it, and they've actually been issuing suspensions and bans to a bunch of the players that they've caught doing such things. They've even hopped into a few games where, like let's say somebody was live streaming a game and they saw somebody was teaming, they would even hop into some of these games and they wanted to spectate it themselves and watch people actually do this. But like I said, they've issued bans and suspensions and other things. I remember they covered was possibly even not letting them compete in certain events in the forward future. So there is that. So they're really cracking down on it and punishing these players, and hopefully that'll put a stop to that. There are a few other small things here and there that they fixed upon, and that would be explosive damage will no longer go through walls. I mean that sounds pretty simple enough, and explains enough. Bandages and first aids will be placed in your empty hotkey automatically, so you don't have to. Once you pick up a first aid, you don't have to pick it up and drag it to your hotkey. They fixed a prone slide bug. Don't know what that is. The bullet fly sound effect will work properly now, so if somebody's shooting near you, you'll now be able to be aware that, hey, that bullet just went straight by my head. I need to take note of it. So you do have that to look forward to. And they also fixed the reload bug, which I'm thinking that's mainly. I know the main problem with that was the AK, but I know the AR-15 had the same problem. But anyway, guys, that's going to cover it for all the patch notes. I believe I'm going to be done with this video. Like I said, that's everything. But all right, YouTube, if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.